Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. And today we're going to be talking about headers for your VQ series headers install. We're talking about 370Zs, G37s, and Q53.7. So guys, you already know what to do. Let's hit that intro. Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you. Welcome everybody back. Welcome everybody back to the channel. Now, this video, I'm going to try to be as formative as I can about should you guys choose headers or test pipes for this platform. Yeah, it's that video. So before I get into the video, if you are subscribed to this channel, please guys, be part of the like squad. That means that you are a subscriber and you give those likes out. Please and thank you. I do need them. It actually continues to grow the channel. YouTube throttles videos like this to other people in the community that want to find informative videos like this. And if you are new to this video, new to this channel, watch this video. And if you enjoy it, think about subscribing. But anyways, guys, let's jump right into it. So let's do a quick screen share and we're gonna head over to headers. So there are a couple of different headers on this platform, but primarily this one's gonna be about long tube versus test pipe. Which one should you guys actually choose to purchase? Now, I'm gonna start off with these ones. ISR. Let's throw these ones on the screen. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Be straight up as honest as I can. Which one is more superior? Short answer: long tube headers. Long tube headers will always outperform test pipes any day, all day. Your G37, 370Z, and Q50 comes with an actual header, a shorty header. Shorty headers are pretty much just the short version rather than long tube headers, which is a long version. Short tube headers usually don't include a catalyst. Long tube headers are technically replace the catalyst material, your test pipe, and that's why they long tube. And they completely delete high flow cats or any type of cat material. Okay, cool. Now, also with long tube headers, they're usually designed to flow very well and to scavenge. Scavenge is an effect where you see how there's three runners, those three different pipes, and they go into a collector into one. Depending on how it's designed, when one has an exhaust pulse or exhaust coming out, it actually creates a certain amount of turbulence in the pipe where it would actually start sucking. It would actually want to suck the pipe out of air out of the other two runners. This keeps at higher flow. That means that there's less turbulence in the exhaust. There will always be an actual vacuum created in the header pipe, which goes into the collector, your CATBACK exhaust and out. This is a great way of getting an additional power. And if it's designed great, it does it great. But majority of these long tube headers do it. Cool. Check mark. Now, knowing that headers are more superior, right? Are they really that much more beneficial though? Let's be honest, right? You can look at an ISR long tube header right here, right? It says VQ35D. Let's just use this one for example, right? It's $750 for long tube headers. And to install headers is quite a job to do. You might spend another $500-$600. This is basically, in my honest opinion, when I look at it, this is a $1,500 modification. But is it worth the additional price you pay over test pipes, right? So let's go see if we can find the actual price of a test pipe and see if that would actually be any different. Bear with me, guys. Give me a second, right? So let's put in a G37 test pipe, right? Now, remember, test pipe isn't a high flow cat. I do have videos on high flow cats versus test pipes on my channel, so go check that out. But we're probably just comparing it to a test pipe. Now, if you take a quick look, test pipes you can be had for about $224. And that's roughly the same price of what I'm saying here. I know eBay may have some cheaper test pipes on the platform. Do I guys recommend it? Hey, listen, man, you can save some bucks. Can definitely do so. but there are cheaper test pipes out there on the market. But just leave it at the $200 one. Burks. These are pretty common. So now you're comparing a difference of $525 versus versus 500. Let's just leave it at $525, right? And test pipes are relatively easy to install. They can be installed in about an hour to 2 hours. So 400 to $500 to install, all in total for test pipes, versus a header, which is going to be about almost up to $1,500. But that's what the pricing of the header itself. Now, from what I've seen in the dynos, shout out to Admin Tuning because he has great information on this dude or this information. But I've also been in this community forever, since my 2002 Maxima. The difference between test pipe and a header actually is a little bit more. It is actually kind of very essential. So the difference of a test pipe and a header is honestly about 10 horsepower, 10 wheel horsepower, literally. You can go. The reason being is you still have a shorty header. Like I said, it is a 3-to-1 collector. It does flow, not as it's not the best flow, but it does flow. And then you delete the high flow cat, that's where you gain an additional power. But when you pretty much have a header itself there. But when you go with a long tube header now, they make those runners even thicker. And when they make them thicker, they still flow really a lot better, and the scavenging effect is better. Also, they designed the collector to actually collect a lot properly and straighten out the exhaust gases and keep that temperature up and get it out the back, right? So the transitioning it flows a lot better. High end, it just flows a lot better, but you're gaining an additional 10 wheel horsepower. So, Boost, what you're telling me is I'm dropping literally almost possibly another $1,000, right? For 10 wheel horsepower. Yes. Yes, I'm just being honest. If you guys can install this yourself, I can see why you would want to do so. 700 and something dollars, you do it yourself, you're still saving some money. But for some people who are not going to do that, they're going to take this to a shop that's going to charge them 3, 4, 5 hours of shop time at $100. So that could be $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. So is it really that much more beneficial dropping all that extra money, especially that you could be a broke college student? You might be on a budget, and the long tube headers, I'm being honest with you guys. Once you install it, you're not going to take it back out because it's so expensive to put in. It doesn't make sense to take it back out and sell it. You might as well sell a car with it. Test pipes, 200 and something dollars. You swap them in, you pay someone to take it out. It is what it is. Or you just leave the car the way it is. You got to weigh your options here. So I'm be honest. If you want max effort, right? Max effort, right? Out of your VQ motor 370Z, 370Z, G37, and Q50, boom. Get excuse me, get long tube headers. But if you're okay with not getting the 5 to 10 wheel horsepower difference, I guess horsepower really does matter. If it doesn't matter to you though, get the test pipes. Just install them, super easy, a lot more easy to install, quicker. You guys save the money, put that monster something else. I would rather you guys take that money then after that and go get intakes, or add that money to your CATBACK exhaust. I mean, let me even show you right now. Like, stop screen sharing that, right? And let me just show you another example, right? Because ISR, also for the people that's watching, this also does fit the all-wheel drive model. It's been confirmed that ISR long tube intakes, long tube headers do fit the all-wheel drive G37 and Q50. All right. I'm probably gonna make a separate video just talking about it for the Q50s because they want to know. Let's just do a quick screen share too, so you guys can see some other prices, right? We also have Motordyne. Motordyne makes their long tube headers and a little bit more cheaper, but I think they usually don't keep their stuff in stock, so that's probably a lot harder. Also, they do have that resonation right there that they have installed. It's a resonator that they actually have there. That little weird thing that's sticking off of it kind of looks like a wee wee. that brings down some of the bees in the cans noise, and it just brings down the sound of it. And I get it, but honestly, like you don't really have to care for that much. Let me see here. And it hasn't been confirmed that these will fit on the all-wheel drive. Honestly, this says 370Z, so we don't know if it's actually going to fit. But At $500 something, you can save some change. Cool. And lastly, let's look at this brand. This is the top tier brand here, PPE. PPE. Now there's our custom ordered, and most people do still get these. Go and get these for their 370 G37s, right? Even though it says 350Zs, whatever. These are $1,800. They are expensive, guys. Expensive. Imagine spending almost $2,000 for long tube headers. These are the cream of the crop, custom made, but there's cheaper options. And when the quality difference isn't that much more different than the ISRs or even Motordynes. And do you really want to spend another $1,000, $1,200 over? Just comparing this to a test pipe, you can buy a test pipe, a brick test pipe, and an NVIDIA exhaust and possibly intakes for the price of just these headers. But I know people like the brand name, but the brand name doesn't yield additional power here and necessarily doesn't additional quality. It's not that much more different. But it's unfortunate. Sometimes you really want to be able to support these companies, but $1,800 on a 350Z, come on. I'm just being honest. I'd rather you guys take that money and put it towards a supercharger or something like that, or a turbo kit. Just being honest. But if you do want to build up the car, this is one of the ways to go. So in my honest opinion, guys, listen, a test pipe, I get where its place is. It's a lot more affordable. It's a lot more easy to install. But if you want max effort, you want the top numbers, the headers will be the way to go. I'm still not really a fan of it because the amount of money you spend for it and the returning gains is still, there is gains, but additionally, it's not, I don't see it being that much more cost efficient though. Honestly, I think this is a modification that people do when they know they're going to keep the car and they're really going to stick with kind of the NA build, or they just really want it just to be that way. Like I see somebody saying, all right, I'm going to do headers, I'm going to do a CATBACK exhaust, and do 3-inch intakes. And then they're like, oh man, shoot, I don't want to do intakes, and I want to go force induction. Then it's like, then they go out of supercharger. I see why that would be beneficial with that type of modification. But even then, it's like you could have just skipped the headers and just did test pipes on the supercharger. Or let's say you want to go turbo at this point. That was definitely a waste because now you're going to have to get rid of the headers. See what I'm saying? Test pipes is just, that barrier entry is a lot easier. That's my opinion. So I'm going to leave it as, listen, guys, it's up to you. Honestly, I still would recommend the test pipe over long tube headers any day, just because it's just more cost efficient and the difference amount of wheel horsepower just really isn't there. I know you guys care about numbers, but when you go to a dyno session or you drive the cars, you're like, wow, he's really just making 8 more wheel horsepower than me. And it's like, or I spent all this extra money, I'm only making 8 more wheel horsepower than the next person. You get happy, but you're like, damn, I didn't really need to waste my money on that. But outside of guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Always thank you for banging with your boy Boost. Thank you for always hanging out with me, guys. Please hit the like button. But outside of guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Thank you everybody for watching. Do appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. You can also check out the 2 links I posted for some of my other videos. Also on top of that, if you want to purchase some boostinmotion merch, definitely check the link that I posted also. And finally, if you've been watching all my videos and you enjoy them, please hit the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.